A collection of professional NBA coaches and scouts were asked to vote on who had the worst offseason. And by a wide margin, the Denver Nuggets were chosen to be the team that had the worst offseason. This Denver front office hasn't been exactly willing to spend the money required to keep this team title contenders. However, with the big four of Jokic, Murray, Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordan, this team is still definitely good enough to beat anybody in a 7-game series, if playing well. So these are the 4 reasons as to why the Denver Nuggets will still be a dominant force next season. And the first reason is to do with the recent signing of Russell Westbrook. After spending 3 seasons in Los Angeles with the Lakers and Clippers respectively, Russell Westbrook saw a sharp downtick in both minutes and production, actually becoming a bench player. But there's a bigger picture that I haven't heard anybody talk about, and that's the fact that the Clippers were terrible without Russ last season. Over the 14-game span without Westbrook, the Clippers were sub 500, going 6-8 in that time. Then with him in the lineup, they look much better, and a record of 45-23 definitely speaks to that. For 22 minutes a night, Russ gave the Clippers 11.1 points, 5.4 assists, 1.1 steals on 45% shooting off the bench. Last season, the Nuggets felt a step slower than the competition, and the idea that comes with signing Russell Westbrook is to try and play a faster pace alongside Nikola Jokic. As here off the defensive stop, Russ runs the floor and Paul George finds him for the alley-oop slam. Now he loses Henderson with a quick change of direction and then makes the behind-the-back pass to Zubac for 2. Westbrook's defense has been highly underrated in the last few seasons. As here off a miss layup from Kawhi, Russ comes up with a chase down block on Banchero. Here it's a Harden-Westbrook connection for the alley-oop. And then it's his defense again, coming over to swat it away from Richards. Using a spin, Russ is completely able to lose his defender, leading to an easy 2. Here with Norman Powell in the lane, he's forced to take a tough shot. But Russell Westbrook is able to come parachuting in for the putback slam. Here off a make, Russ pushes the pace, going coast to coast for the nasty slam. These are the kind of plays that Denver signed him for. In the eyes of the Denver front office, having a former MVP running your offense off the bench is something they couldn't pass up on. And another reason that Denver would have wanted to make this deal is because of the durability of Russell Westbrook compared to Jamal Murray, giving them somebody who will be able to step up and play games when Jamal Murray's injured, along with the athleticism of Russell Westbrook. As we've seen over the past couple of seasons with Aaron Gordan being a great fit next to Jokic, which we'll get into more later in the video. With 2 of the top 4 triple-double players of all time, Denver will have no shortage of playmaking and rebounding, potentially helping them to the top of the Western Conference once again. The second reason why the Denver Nuggets will still be the team to beat out West is because of another MVP caliber season from Nikola Jokic. Last season, Nikola Jokic won his 3rd MVP, edging his name into NBA history, alongside all-time greats like Moses Malone, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, and Larry Bird. If Jokic is able to carry his Nuggets to the top of the West again, he might just be in the running for his 4th MVP, which would tie him with LeBron James and Bill Russell. The Joker is the best player in the NBA right now, and it's crazy that some people still don't fully appreciate his greatness. Many will say that Jokic isn't the best in the league, and I've even heard people say that he's not top 5. And the reason these people say this is because of his perceived lack of defense. However, this common take is absolute blasphemy, as over the course of his career, Jokic is ranked in the top 10 for defensive win shares 5 times, with last season being his best, ranking 2nd. But perhaps most shockingly of all for the casual NBA fan is what his defensive box plus minus numbers look like, as over the last 3 seasons, he has ranked number 1 all 3 times. What makes this even more absurd is the fact that he's also been the number 1 offensive player for the last 4 seasons. So when we talk about who's the best 2-way player in the NBA right now, there shouldn't even be a debate. It's Nikola Jokic. Here off of a Curry turnover, Jokic is able to scoop the ball up and finish through contact for 2. Here with Reggie Jackson in trouble, he gets it to Jokic, who under more pressure is able to smash his way through the defense, drawing the foul and 1. Jokic is absolutely impossible to guard, as your options are play him straight up and he'll score, or double team him and he'll pass to an open shooter who will likely score. But even here when the Warriors do double team him, he's still able to score, as there's no doubt that he's the biggest coaching nightmare in the NBA right now. Here he switches into point guard mode, as he finds the cutting Gordan, who's good enough to finish it off. Now with Aaron Gordan alongside of him, Jokic has been able to make what seems like bailout passes to Gordan with some electrifying finishes. Down the stretch of the game versus the Celtics in Denver, this was put on full display, as not only did he do it once down the stretch to win the game, but twice. It all started late in the second quarter, as before this, the Celtics defense was very locked into not giving Aaron Gordan these alley-oop opportunities. But here, Jamal Murray gets him his first dunk of the game. Now with Boston coming back into the game late, Murray's able to find AG up high for 2. However, it's the connection between Jokic and Gordan that's the most special. First with Nikola Jokic trapped in the lane, he somehow is able to feed it to Gordan, who finishes it off with the easy dunk. Here off a miss from Jokic, Gordan comes over and does this.
He spins off him, miss it,
How he was even able to still dunk it after catching it that low is absolutely unbelievable. Here, Jokic loses Porzingis and fakes the hook shot for a Gordan alley-oop to end the game. Plays like this are absolutely incredible. But what actually opens up these passing opportunities for Jokic is his scoring ability. Here matched up with AD, Jokic catches and instantly spins baseline for the hammer. Now with Cat in the post, he's able to use an array of pump fakes and pivots to open up an angle to score, which he actually misses, but he cleans it up for 2. Here with Sims down low, his spin gets denied, so he fakes the pass and then finishes through contact on a floater for 2. Here with Nasri, just watch his footwork as he creates an opening down low for a bucket. Now with the defensive player of the year guarding him, it still doesn't matter, using footwork to gain another opening. All the Joker needs in the post is an opening, either to make a shot or a pass. Here matched up against the bigger Jonas Valanciunas, Jokic is able to use his finesse to beat him, using a step-through move for 2. Trying to defend Nikola Jokic in the post is incredibly difficult, as similar to Kevin Durant, if you're too big, it means you're too slow, and if you're too small, he'll just go straight through you. As here with Robert Covington, that's baby food. Now with one of the best defenders in the league and Giannis on him, he first gains the inside position and then quickly gets his shot off for 2. We often don't think of Nikola Jokic as a bucket getter per se, but the truth is he's the best in the league when it comes to hitting the scoreboard at any moment. It's not just hooks and finishes at the basket and the post that he can get to, as here he gets to a Michael Jordan-like fadeaway over DeAndre Ayton. When Nikola Jokic gets matched up on your point guard, you absolutely have to send help, and here the Blazers don't, as he burns Damian Lillard for 2. Even when the defense does the best they can possibly do, as here Kevin Love fights for inside position, it simply doesn't matter, as Jokic will just make a slightly longer hook shot. With the best player in the league on your team, you've always got a chance to be the best team in your conference. The third reason as to why the Denver Nuggets will be title contenders again next season is because of the scoring ability of Jamal Murray. When Jamal Murray is not on the court, the Nuggets are an incredibly different team, and not in a good way. In the season just gone, Denver played 23 games without Jamal Murray, and in that time they were barely 500, going 13-10. A huge reason to why the Nuggets were not able to beat Minnesota in last year's playoffs was because of the health of Jamal Murray. You could tell that some nights he was able to push through it and other nights he wasn't, as his lower leg injury made him a step slower in some games. Of course, when Jamal Murray is fully healthy, he's a truly phenomenal scorer, as here with time running down against Portland, he just steps back for the triple and knocks it down. Here Ant Edwards is hounding him, allowing Murray to draw the foul, and then he just chucks up this circus shot which goes. Now with a good defender on him in Josh Hart, Jamal gets deep into the paint and gets a soft roll for the N1. Here in his return game against OKC, Jamal makes another crazy shot, falling away off one leg to bank at home. Now against his Team Canada teammate in Dylan Brooks, he's able to create the separation with a step back to knock it down. Here off the handoff from Jokic, Jamal loses Smith Jr. with the change of direction and then knocks the long ball down. Here it's a foot rest between Murray and Durant, and just as you think KD might come up with the block, Jamal Murray somehow gets this to go. His athleticism often goes underrated, as here he knives through the Thunder defense and then somehow throws down a reverse dunk. His ability to make incredibly tough shots is almost unmatched in the league, as here he bails himself out with this crazy shot to beat the shot clock buzzer. Then here he does it again, as with only seconds left in the half, he pulls up from 30 feet and cashes it in. Now with time winding down with AD as the matchup, he creates the separation needed to step back on a triple. From his ability to be a great floor general for this Nuggets team to his ability to score in the biggest moments, there's no doubt that Jamal Murray is absolutely crucial if Denver are going to succeed in the postseason again. The fourth reason as to why the Nuggets will be title contenders next season is because of the two-way versatility of Aaron Gordan. Since acquiring Gordan from Orlando, he has been absolutely essential to what the Denver Nuggets do on offense. His ability to provide the athleticism needed alongside Nikola Jokic, to his ability to know exactly when to cut backdoor, has been a game changer for the Denver Nuggets. Here with Jamal Murray running out of space on the baseline, he feeds a perfect bounce pass to AG for 2. Thanks to some great ball movement started by Jokic, the Hornets defense forgets about AG on the baseline, as Michael Porter Jr. finds him for 2. Aaron Gordan really is the ultimate bailout, as if he's not cleaning up misses, he's always an option just to throw the ball up and let him throw it down. Here Charlotte trap Jokic on the block, and he's forced to give the ball up to KCP. Once he airballs his shot, AG is just right there to clean it up. When Aaron Gordon is making shots, this Denver Nuggets offense is truly unstoppable, as here he pulls the 3 off the Jokic handoff. Now in the corner, Klay Thompson is way too slow to close out to him, and he makes him pay. Often though, it'll be the opposing team's strategy to leave AG open for threes, and they do this so they can send more bodies to Nikola Jokic. So when Aaron Gordon is able to make these shots consistently, it makes it so much harder for the opposing defenses to get away with double teaming the Joker. Down low in the post, he hasn't got the deepest bag in the world, however he is able to take advantage of mismatches, here scoring over Stephen Curry. For Denver to have a shot in the postseason series, Aaron Gordon has to be at least average on the offensive side of the floor. However, as valuable as his offense is at times for Denver, it's arguably his defense that makes all the difference. In the 2023 playoffs in particular, his defense on Kevin Durant was incredible, as here Durant tries to get to his spot and Gordon doesn't even let him get there, poking the ball free. So KD opted to take more three-pointers, and that wasn't working either, as here Gordon perfectly contests his shot. Now matched up with Durant again on the block, KD doesn't even attempt to back him down, knowing that Gordon is stronger. So he just tries to shoot over him, and with another great contest, that's another miss. Over the course of the series, Kevin Durant was in jail, as in 4 of the 6 games, KD was kept under 42% shooting, which is well below his usual playoff shooting numbers of 48%. For me, a lineup featuring the big 4 of Murray, MPJ, Gordon, and Jokic should always be title contenders. But what do you guys think? With the loss of KCP and Bruce Brown, will this be Denver's undoing? Let me know in the comments below.